Welcome guys to the ranking of all Jurassic PvP armor sets. Let's get straight into it. At number last, because I don't actually know the number, we have the Supreme set. Now the reason I rank this last is all you get is flight. All you get is flight. And maybe Gears 4. But who needs speed when you're in a tiny enclosed area where everyone just murders each other by rapidly spam clicking? No one. Thank you. Clap, clap, clap. Okay. And right after the amazing Supreme is Phantom, which I will admit was a lot higher, and this was a hard decision to make. Phantom just gives you 25% extra damage. Not greatest for taking, but really great for dropping people. Yeah. We're not including weapons, so if we were including weapons, Phantom would be ranked a lot higher for the actual thing that it actually has a good weapon. At number third to last spot, I really need to stop saying that, we have the Frost set. Now, I'm pretty sure there's one of these on AH, so we're just gonna go find it, I guess. Awkward silence. More awkward silence. There we go. So the Frost set bonus gives you 20% more damaging enemies, and you may be thinking, wait, but that's worse than Phantom. Well, it also gives you Wrath of the Snowman, which I believe is where you freeze all the enemies around you, or slow them down quite a bit, which is really great for just escaping in general, or just getting more hits in with that 20% extra damage. So, Frost, really nice set. Congrats on making it third to last. Supreme, you failed. Traveler. Now, this is a great set. Now, you do 30% extra damage, which just means you drop people extremely quickly. They just die. But the thing is, you don't get any armor, but the dimensional shift passive ability really helps in escaping if you ever get low. And then you don't practically die like everybody else that didn't have Traveler on. So, that's what happens when you have Traveler on. And then all of your faction mates hate you. So on second thought, don't wear Traveler. Okay. And now at another very disgraceful spot, we have Heroic Supreme. This is the same thing as Supreme. Same horribility. Really, I should have just put this at right next to Supreme. I mean, like, it's only this far in because it's heroic and you get that cool look and that nice defense. And it actually sells for a bit. That's the only reason it's this far in. It sucks. You get dropped so quickly. Still, even with that puny percent. Okay. Now, all of you may have realized I skipped over Yeti. Yeti was actually right after Supreme. I just failed to notice it. So, Yeti, plus 10%, minus 10%. Pretty self-explanatory. It's like half and half. Not bad. Like, also not the best thing ever. It's second worst, so definitely not the best thing ever. I'm just going to stop talking now. Heroic Frost is directly after Heroic Supreme, just for the inability to be actually good. You only get 20% more damage, okay? You get slight defense and a decent ability. You get gain. So quickly. Heroic Phantom is right after that. You've got really nice defense. And you've got that extreme damage and what the heck? And you're just like, meh, and everyone dies. Let me just... Okay. I don't really care that much. Anyways, moving on. We have Yuki. Just Yuki. Normal Yuki. Yeah. It just... You tanked too well in Yuki. Revenge of Yuki gives you health, I believe. It's like an enlightened or an angelic. And strikes lightning to confuse them, and then they're like, what? Why is there lightning everywhere? Oh my god, panic. Anyways. And then, just the Geeky alone, 30% less damage. That's 1/3 less damage. That means a 30 damage sword only does 20 damage to you. Which still one-shots you. But not when you're in Geeky. See? Geeky is amazing. Right above that is just plain Jurassic. Just plain Jurassic. You get 20% more damage. And they do 10% less damage to you. And you've got a 10% critical strike chance. You might think, oh, that's bad, but all in all, you have a 10% chance of getting 70% damage increase, and that's like a one-hit KO for like anyone, and you still have that nice damage decrease. Also, extra points for actually having a weapon. Yeti didn't get that because their weapon is literally a diamond axe with, oh wow, does slightly more durability damage. Mind blown. Wish you could see my face right now. Right after Jurassic is Heroic Yeti. Heroic Yeti is a great tanking set, honestly. Unlike normal Yeti, it actually has somewhat of a use because you just go in, you tank, you murder them with your fist, and then you come out because that's just how well you tank. Mind blown. Okay. Right above this is Heroic Jurassic. I actually have a piece. I had a piece with me. It's just stronger than Diamond, tanking Jurassic gear that has all of the amazing Jurassic things with a lot more defense. So, yeah, nice. And again, judo, I don't care. Anyway, extra points for actually having a weapon. And now we're on retro. No, wait, no, we're on volcanic. Sorry, I'm bad. Volcanic and retro actually tie here. So, I'm not bad. The reason they tie is, okay, let me explain volcanic. Volcanic is the best dropping set, I believe. I'm just going to say this. It's probably one of the best dropping sets, at very least. Because it gives you, first of all, that nice 20% extra damage. That's all. I don't know what the weapon does, but I believe it has a weapon. So, again, extra points for that. And 25% extra damage to enemies on fire. Do you know how easy it is to get someone on fire? You can get them on fire with flint and steel and a lava bucket. Though no one uses a lava bucket. I'm sad now. Anyway. Yeah, so, retro. Volcanic. Really great. And now moving on to retro. I actually have a piece. So, retro. You do 30% damage to all enemies. Enemies instantly do 15% less damage to you. So that's just amazing by itself. But you might be thinking, but that might still be slightly worse than volcanic. Well then, the reason this is ranked at this spot is because of its dungeon abilities. You've got that retro dungeon ability, which I have no idea what it is. And the 40% less damage in Space Dungeon, what? That's just amazing. Like, what? And the sword here gives you 30% more chance for enhanced proc. You've got 40% more damage in Space. I know I said I wasn't going to include weapons, but that's just brokenly insane. There's nothing else I can say about it. And now, to the most broken set on the server, but not number 1, because I still have heroic stuff. We have the vampiric set. Do I even need to explain this one? Your healing is insane. You still do a bit more damage, and on top of all of that, they still do less damage to you. Meaning your Enlightened was actually useful for one thing. And your Death God, and your Phoenix, even though that procs all the time, and your Angelic, and your Jurassic Angelic, and your Jurassic Enlightened, and your Divine Enlightened. All of those actually proc. Wow. Okay. Next up is Heroic Traveler. Just Traveler with more defense, so it's pretty awesome. Okay, moving on. Moving on, I'm going to put here at number 4, Heroic Geeky. Now, I would rate this a lot higher, actually. Scratch that. Number 4 is Heroic Volcanic. Just Volcanic with actual defense, so you don't get dropped. So, amazing. Heroic Geeky. 30% less damage. The Heroic Armor increase. And that healing ability. How do you lose with that? There's no possible way you can get easily dropped in that, unless they're like in full god set with that abused Sharp 1000 glass pane that someone had. There's no way you can easily get dropped. Like, even if they had Jurassic everything 5 million, it's still slightly hard to get dropped. So, like, what? It's just amazing. And now, Retro, but more heroic. This could honestly be under Yuki. It's under Yuki now. And now, the best set of them all. We all saw this coming. It's Heroic Vampiric. There's Vampiric. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking now. Heroic Vampiric just has an ability. It's Vampiric, but you take less damage, meaning that every piece of damage you do take is instantly healed. Boom. You can't lose if you have, like, Jurassic Enlightened or something, and some Jurassic Angelic, and some Jurassic Overload. Yeah, you basically can't lose. So, I know I didn't mention Lumberjack. That's because it either sucks or it's good, because I've never seen it before, and I don't really care. It gives you axe damage, which I instantly consider bad. So, good seeing you. If you want to see me rank, like, something else, like, I don't know, rank the top heroic sets, which you already know, rank the sets with weapons, I kind of want to see that. All that jazz. Rank the sets based on the amount of damage they do, and rank the sets on how fast they go. Okay, we all know if it was how fast it goes, Supreme would actually win for once in its life, but, oh. So anyway, see you guys next time.